Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. 13th chapter was preceded by 12 chapters. So from first up to the 12th chapter, what happened in Bhagavad Gita, it is necessary to know. Otherwise, suddenly we start and then we get lost. So, Bhagavad Gita begins with some problem, not outside. Problems are always inside. So, problem was before Arjun as to who is he at a given period of time. Normally, one should be a warrior on the battlefield, but he became a grandson and disciple, and therefore he was confused and suffered. To such a confused identity person, Bhagavad Gita is told. And throughout Bhagavad Gita, whatever is said is only to correct our identity crisis. Whenever we are disturbed, whenever we are miserable, at the root of every disturbance and misery, there is a seed of a confused identity. And that is sorted out throughout Bhagavad Gita. So in the second chapter, the knowledge and action were told. 13 to 12 chapters, various approaches such as karma or knowledge or renunciation or yoga, all aspects were told. Then in the 12th chapter, it was said that Mai eva mana adasva mai buddhim niveshaya. Now withdraw your mind from this world and focus on something higher in life. What is something higher in life? I is the most important factor in our whole life. You have got max factor, is it not? In Vedanta, we have got I factor. This I has to be correctly understood. What is this I? And therefore, the sadhana is told that now fix your mind on your own source. Enough of running outside. Then, after that was over, then the 13th chapter begins. And in the 13th chapter, Bhagavan tells the very heart of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavan says, Idam shariram kaunteya kshetravitya vidhiyate etad yo vettitam prahuhu kshetrajna iti tadvidaha. Our body is the kshetra. Kshetra means a field. In the field, we sow the seeds and harvest the crop. So also, our body is the field wherein we do the karma and we harvest the crop of joy and sorrows. But who does this harvesting? See? So Bhagavan says here, Etad yo vettitam prahu kshetrajna iti tadvidah. So the one who is living through the body is called as kshetrajna. Kshetrajna means knower of the field. So there are two things. One is the body and second is embodied. Now what is the normal understanding of an average person? Like there are dozen bulbs. So there are dozen lights. Very simple to understand. Similarly, there are so many people. So there are so many kshetrajna. And that they call as the jiva or the soul. So per body there is one soul. This is the highest error. This is corrected in the 13th chapter. See? Why we are not able to do that is because we are never thinking. We are only reacting in life. See? Therefore, this happy mantra mala which I played, it contains all the spiritual practice. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. We have to react, we have to comment, we have to suggest, we have to ask. That has become our second nature. There is no need, but we go on doing it. And this is how a personality is born. And therefore, we try to sort out the problems outside. Outside, there are no problems. All the problems are within us. And the problem is our identity crisis. See, there are 4 or 5 things to be clearly understood. The absolute truth, what is called as Brahman in Vedanta, Paramatma in Yoga, and Bhagavan in Bhakti Shastra. One and the same thing, names are different. So this Brahman, this Paramatma or the Bhagavan, he is one, not many. See? Now that Paramatma is expressing through different bodies. So what we understand, so as if Bhagavan has become many and he has entered separately in his body. And therefore, I am separate from you. And the samsara begins. So for this, few steps we have to clearly understand. The real self is called, for our understanding, the primary self. The real self, primary self. Now this primary self is experienced by us, but we don't recognize it when we are in deep sleep. What is our identity in deep sleep? We are nowhere, we are never, we are nobody. But we are. And therefore we are happy. How do we know we are happy in the deep sleep? Because you snore. Can you be happy silently? Whenever there is happiness, we make noise, isn't it? Because we are happy, we snore loudly. Why? Don't disturb, I am happy. Karr, karr. Try to snore when you are awake. You cannot because you are not happy. So that is the real self. Now this real self functioning through the body by default gets identified with the body. There is no choice. This is the very basic principle to be understood. So after getting identified with the body, he is called as the mithyatma or the illusory self. So thereafter we live as the body, for the body, on everybody. Our whole life is only that. Now after body identification happens, then the next generation is born. What is the next generation? mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, all of them are born. And who are miserable? These guys who exist nowhere. Now, the same Paramatma identified with the mind in the dream is called the dreamer. Okay? Now see how many of them. Truth is one. With one conditioning, body I am. Second conditioning, mind I am. With the body and the mind, husband I am, brother I am, father I am, mother I am. One reality, because of so many conditionings, appears as if has become many. Now we go next step. When we are in the dream, we go through good and bad experiences. When the experiences are good, that dream never breaks. But in the dream, there is a dream accident which is only a fake. It is not real. As much the dream is not real, the accident is also not real. But to come out of that unreal dream, we require an unreal accident. And then we come out of it. And when we come out of that bad accident, then what is our attitude towards that dream? Oh, come on, it was just a dream, forget about it. We don't carry the burden of achievement or failures in the dream when we are awake. Now, we are living at two levels. Living as a body and living as mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. Now, among these, whether I is miserable as a body or I is miserable as a husband, brother, father, think over it. So these bodies which are born after body identification, they are having no existence. See, friends, this point should be very clear in our mind. See, when I became son with reference to my father, then I became husband with reference to my wife. I became father with reference to my son. Have I become three? I am only one. Now, my father died. What happened to me, the son? Nothing can happen. Because without the father, I can't be a son. Then my wife died. Then what happened to me, the husband? Nothing. Because without the wife, I can't be a husband. Then my son died. Then what happened to me, the father? Nothing, because I can't be a father without the son. So the question is, where these three entities have gone? They have gone nowhere because they never existed. And who is suffering and miserable in this world? The son is suffering because of the Hitler father. The husband is suffering because of the Mahakali. And the father is suffering because of the monster son. The man is happy. Now tell me, what sadhana you have to do to be a woman, although you are the mother, you are the wife, you are the daughter-in-law, you are the mother-in-law. To be a woman, what have you to do? Have you to do anything? And who is miserable? These guys are miserable. Where are they? Nowhere. See, friends, then like in the dream, some bad accident happens and we are out of the dream. Exactly. As long as things are going on very well in our life, we don't think of something higher. See? The same thing. I want to go here, I got this car, I got that thing, the latest design, and the diamond necklace. This is the new all the time. There's nothing else. And then one day something happens which you never expected. And then let us go to Gita class in Kavita's house. See, my friends, this is the first chapter of Gita. Had Arjuna had no problem, Arjuna's problem was not war. That was his profession. His problem was who is he on the battlefield? Whether he is a disciple or a grandson or a brother or a warrior. Exactly the same thing happens with you and me. Who are we? But we get hooked up in some or the other relation to such an extent. See? Some of us get hooked up either with our children or grandchildren, something we never expected. Swamiji, I never expected my son will do like this, my daughter will like this. No, no, what should I do? See? One lady, she writes me, Swamiji, please help me. I said, I never help anybody. My son is in USA. He was going okay with one girl for 5 years. But now he doesn't want to get married to that girl. So, Swamiji, what should I do? I said, I'll get married to that girl. Relax. Now that boy is 28, 29, and you are worrying about him. When a child is born, along with the child, so many fellows are born. Mother is born, father is born, uncle is born, auntie is born, grandfather, grandmother, nana, nani, so many whole community is born with one child. And in that community, only the child grows. Others never grow. The mother and father think, beta, khana khaya. Now what that beta is what? Retired brigadier. And yet that mother goes on bothering him. See friends, when are we going to grow up in life? Same thing again and again, again and again. Rise above. And rising above means what? Now you seek something higher in life. See? Whatever comforts you have got, you have enjoyed it. What next? See, friends, I remember I have been traveling for last so many years now, not for a day or two, years and years and years. Around the globe, I must have gone 20, 30 times. First time when I came to our South Africa, I used to go to see the various, wild animals here and there. Oh, ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. Once, twice. Now, no interest. Why see the wild animals? Civil animals are available all around. Why to go? See? When I was going various places like Scandinavia, oh, how beautiful, how nice. How long our human mind can remain attracted toward the same thing for a longer period of time? It cannot. And yet we don't learn. Problem is this. We don't learn. And then what is our approach? We try to change. Okay? Like, in some houses I have seen, in one house, a Kannadiga family, husband, wife. Whenever I used to go to their house, everything has to be changed. So I said, Amma, every time I come, you have got such different, complete, decorum is different. Amiji, you have got a tremendous power of observation. I said, why? Yes, every month I change the curtains, I change the wall hangings, and I have got 7 sets. So on every Sunday, when my husband is at home, I put him on. So he has to help me changing all the curtains for the week. Then all the wall hanging has to be changed. They are match and all that. And whole life only in that. So I look at this husband. I said, remember, you will be also thrown one day. How long? See, friends. And therefore, we have to find out this principle. That now we have to seek something higher. And seeking something higher means we start working on our mind. We all take care of our body, is it not? Doing exercise, taking organic food, and all the time calculating the calories. Good, do it. But what we have done in our whole life to work on the mind, we are working by the body and on the body. This we understand, isn't it? When we are doing a job, we are working by the body. When we do exercise, yoga, we are working on the body. Why we work on the body? To keep the body healthy so that we can function through that body properly. Have we ever done this thing? We are only working by the mind. Have we worked on the mind? This is what you have to think. We never work on the mind. Even we do not know that we are working by the mind. Working by the mind is what? Default settings. Whether required or not required, we have to talk. Whether somebody asks or not, we have to give suggestions. Default settings. Many houses we come across. When the husband and wife, two of them are talking something, this old fellow goes, "Huh, kya ho raha hai?" What is the need? You are not required there. Don't get involved in anybody's life. You may be thinking they are children, but they are grown-ups. See, friends. But we get involved and then we get frustrated. Swamiji, I was telling for his good. What you think is good is bad for him. He is not to be baby's teaspoon feeding, no. Let them live their life. This is working by the mind. The working on the mind, I'll give the simplest technique in the world. And I guarantee you will not do it. Because it is very simple. If I tell you something complicated, you will do it. Stand on one leg, take a mala in the hand, and chant this Gayatri mantra for 108 times. You will do it. I have no doubt about it. But what I am telling you is so simple, you will not do it. This I have told already in the mantra. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. So where are we? In satsang. When? During satsang. What should be we? Satsangi. Now, I have been talking to you for last 25 minutes. Have you heard me all the 25 minutes? Huh? Even this is not heard. Working on the mind is make yourself fully available in whatever you are doing. When you are cooking, enjoy cooking. When you are dusting, enjoy dusting. This is working on the mind. And then slowly we will become aware about how much we are unnecessarily getting involved in this world. Now, this is the second point I am telling you. We get involved in anything when we give it a status of reality. That which is recognized as an appearance but not real. We don't take interest in that. We don't want to have it. We don't want to improve it. We don't want to destroy it. See? It's very simple, it's not difficult. Like you say, for example, we go at daytime somewhere, very hot sun, and on the way, on the road, we see the mirage waters. Mirage waters appear, is it not? Have we ever thought about, let me collect a bottle of mirage waters and taste how it is? No. Do we want to change the mirage waters? Do we want to improve? So can you stop mirage water appearance? You cannot stop. We know this, therefore we don't run after that mirage waters. But the animals don't know this. They run after that. Take day-to-day example in our houses only. You must have seen this. When we stand in front of the mirror, we see our reflection. When a bird or a dog stands in front of the mirror, he also sees. Now, what is the difference between the two? We don't give it a status of reality. But the dog or the bird gives a status of reality and then starts fighting, shouting, because he thinks real. Now, be very attentive. We cannot stop body identification. It will happen. It is. So what is the difference? So decide whether we are human being or a dog. Dog takes the reflection in the mirror as real. We don't take it as real. In the same manner, if we recognize this, we are not because of the body. Body is because of us. In the dream, this body is not available. In the deep sleep, this body is not available. But we continue to exist, is it not? So body is because of me or I am because of the body. Unless we theoretically separate ourselves from the body and then start working on it. What it is like being other than the body. Work on it. Not seriously. Play comfortably. Sit in a nice chair, relaxed mood, and start working on it. If I am someone other than the body, what does it mean? Work on it. Then slowly, your mind will start getting scratching, polishing. And then one day it will click. When I say, I am other than the book, what does it mean? Book has pages. I have no pages. Book can be thrown anywhere. I cannot be thrown anywhere. I am the same. Waking comes and goes, dream comes and goes. I don't go anywhere. I don't come from anywhere. Okay. So, what is that which is other than the body? Then we are told, body has got a shape or a form. Other than the body means what? No shape, no form, figure ki fikar nahi. So start playing. What it is like being formless. Friends, one day you will discover this. Mind cannot survive without name and form. Both names and forms are finite. Silence and formlessness, they are infinite. So what it is like being other than the body, no form, no shape. Then again, but what is that which doesn't have shape and form? Oh, shape and form, space doesn't have. Very good. Now, what must be the experience of this space? Work on it. Then one day we'll discover space supports all the elements, doesn't oppose anything, but at the same time doesn't get influenced by anything. So if I am playing, then what it is like other than the space, meaning what? Worldly things and beings. We don't oppose anything or anybody, but we don't get influenced by anything. Net result, we stop reacting in life. When we stop reacting in the mind, in the life, mind dissolves. This experience is common for all of us. Our waking experiences are different. Our dream experiences are different. Our deep sleep experience is common. Because in deep sleep, man is not man, woman is not woman, rich is not rich, poor is not poor, dog is not dog, cat is not cat. In deep sleep, all the differences disappear. But we continue to be. So this deep sleep experience, when it can be smuggled in the waking, we will understand what Bhagavan Krishna says, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, there is not one body per body, but I am alone expressing through all the bodies. Is it not? The man alone is expressing through the sun. The same man is expressing through the husband. The same man is expressing through the father. Has he become three? And who are miserable? These non-existing three entities. Man is not miserable. And we go to the Lord, hey Krishna, 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 please help me. He is laughing. How can I help you? You don't exist. See, our struggle is like we stand on the lake um, side and look into the water. Oh, perfect reflection. Oh, beautiful. Then just put one dry leaf and there will be ripples. Because of the ripples, reflection will also start looking like this. And now you want to stop. Oh God, I am so tired, Why you are moving? You don't have to move. You stand apart. See, once I was with a group of youngsters in Goa, it happened many years before. We had a nice camp, youth camp, and we went on the sea with the boat and all that. So after we went little inside, the sea became rough. So it was rocking a lot. So we came back to the seashore. After we came back, we got down, and yet I kept on moving like this thing. So they say, Swamiji, what happened to you? I said, look, that boat is moving, See, how can I stop moving? Swamiji, something wrong with you? I said, yes, something wrong. Tell me what is wrong. You are out of the boat. Boat is moving. Why you move? I said, oh God, I forgot that. Body is old. I am not old. Body has a disease. I have no disease. Mind is disturbed. I am not disturbed. See? If you take this stand in your life, you will be always relaxed. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Now tell me, what do we get when we go to sleep? On the contrary, sleep is a colossal loss. Everything is lost. All achievements, failures, friends, enemies, relations, everything is lost. And not only that, we gain nothing. So what is the truth? The truth is where gain and loss is redundant is the truth. Just be. Now, pinpoint this experience in your life. Gain and loss is equal. Then you are in one with the truth. So, it's a simple example. Colors and forms can be seen only by the eyes, is it not? So now I see white color, green color, red color, yellow color. Have these colors colored my vision? Vision is the same. I see a man, a woman, a young, a old. Has it influenced my vision? If in place of you, if there are 5,000 people, is it a burden to the vision? If all of you go away, is this a loss to the vision? So what is the truth? The truth is neither we gain anything nor we lose anything. How many times we have dreamed, good and bad dreams, they have come and gone. Exactly the same way. How many times we have experienced these waking experiences, they also have come and gone. We are the same. This is what Bhagavan says, Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, don't mistake yourself to be somebody. You are the one supporting everything in this world. Hold on to that. See, for that, we require qualification. See? There is no reservation quota on the spiritual path. Here we have got BE, isn't it? There is no BE, no preference. We have to have that qualification. And therefore, first Bhagavan tells, what is the kshetra, the world? So beautifully it is said, महाभूतान्यहंकारो बुद्धिरव्यक्तमेव च इंद्रियाणि दशैकं च पंचचेंद्रिय गोचरा इच्छा द्वेष सुखम दुखम संगातश्चेतना धृति एतत् क्षेत्रम समासेन सविकारम उदावृतम. So what is our body? Body is made up of 5 elements, then mind and intellect and maya, and then 5 Jnanendriya, 5 Karmendriyas and 1 mind, and joy and sorrows and the body and the life, and we are holding on to this notion continuously, I am body, I am body. This falls in the purview of the kshetra or matter. Is matter. Okay, now tell us kshetrajna. Before telling kshetrajna, Bhagavan tells, my dear, you must be qualified. I told you without qualification. Okay. I didn't ask your qualification. Bhagavan tells, do you have this qualification? Then I will tell you. The qualifications are 20 of them. अमानित्वम अदम्बित्वम अहिंसा क्षांतिरार्जवम आचार्योपासनम शौचम स्थैर्यम आत्मविनिग्रह इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुख दोषानुदर्शनम असक्तिर अनवश्यंगः पुत्रदार गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम इष्टोनिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयि चानन्य योगेन भक्ति अव्यभिचारिणी विविक्त देश सेवित्वम अरतिर्जन संसदि अध्यात्म ज्ञान नित्यत्वम तत्व ज्ञानार्थ दर्शनम एतत् ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम अज्ञानम यदतोन्यथा. So this is the qualification for the seeker to recognize his essential nature. Now what will be the qualification required for a husband to be happy? Only one qualification. Don't take wife seriously. You don't have to divorce. You don't have to throw anything anywhere. Don't take her seriously. How to do that? I got a great mantra for the husbands. When wife talks, you should keep quiet. When she is quiet, you should not talk. You have the highest qualification to be a happy husband. Realize. क्या हो गया? Realize हो गया. See how simple it is. Therefore, all these 20 points is the very foundation of the 13th chapter. One or two will take it. The teacher starts first. Amanitvam. Amanitvam. Mana means measurement. When we write any application, DOB, condition by time, size, 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide, shape, weight 2 tons, Desha Kala Vastu. This is I am. In other words, we start living as the body, for the body, on everybody. So the body is born, I am born. The body grows, I am growing. The body is old, I am old. The body is healthy, I am healthy. All our understanding is only on the foundation that I am body. Nobody says I am body. But we are all living only as the body, for the body, on everybody. See? The first principle of spiritual life is amanitvam. See, friends. If this we take as a step, then a new seeker is born. This is called technically as Paramarthik Atma or Paramarthik Jiva. See? Like, be attentive, we started from this topic only. When the waker is born, whatever has happened to the dreamer, what is the attitude of the dreamer, of the waker toward the dream? Come on, yaar, it was just a dream. Exactly the same way. When a seeker is born, he will not be getting too much involved with all that is happening in the family. Enough of it. Say mother, mother-in-law, father, father-in-law, enough. There is no end to that. See? Then what is to be done? Whatever has to be done, do cheerfully, carefully, happily, and don't carry the burden. See? Amanitvam. Then our attention is focused on the another point is Kshantir Arjavam. Friends, this is another very important spiritual practice. I am not taking all 20, I am taking randomly. A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. I went to one house, that lady was coming for lecture, and her mother-in-law was not coming. She was old. She must be about 30. And when I went to their house, I said, who else is at home? Swamiji, my mother-in-law is there. I said, I'll go namaskar and come back. Okay, Swamiji. I went to her, spent some time, 5-10 minutes with her and came. I said, look here, you may give me food or you may not give me food, but I'll tell you the truth. What, Swamiji, what happened? I said, your mother-in-law is more beautiful and more at peace than you. And she said, Swamiji, I 100% agree. She is so much at peace. Her eyes are shining with glitter. She's relaxed. No complaints of any kind. I am married for last 15 years. Not single complaint I have heard from her. No demands. Her only sadhana is this. She doesn't get involved. Who has come, who has gone, why they have come, what about his marriage. She doesn't get involved. And she takes only 2 meals a day. Her only requirement is she doesn't take the FFF brand food. You know that? FFF? Fresh from fridge. Take out from the fridge, put it into the microwave and give it as a pindadan khao. Her only requirement is she takes fresh food, morning food within 2-3 hours. And very simple. Dal, chawal, sabji, that's it. And evening also say 2 meals a day. And that's it. She is all alone in her room. She doesn't get bored. She's relaxed. See? A person who is at peace with himself or herself is at peace with the whole world. This is highest spiritual practice, friends. Don't play with your mind. That is the most valuable commodity in our life. See? Bhagavan says in second chapter, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nachayuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shanti ashantasya kuta sukham. How a disturbed person be happy? See? Just play this now. This is the gift I am giving you. Work on your peace of mind. For that, 1 or 2 techniques I tell you. Start with 1 minute, 2 minutes. Do not talk to yourself. Stop. Now, when we did not talk for 1 minute, did it make any difference in the whole world? But it made a difference to us. Work on this. Start with 1 minute, then make it 2 minutes. Slowly, slowly. Make it 3 minutes. And one day you will discover, whenever we talk with ourselves, we talk about the future. After this satsang is over, I have to prepare the food. I hope the food is enough, Last time I prepared, it was very bad. This time it should be less bad, I think. Satsang is going on. Constantly. Therefore, Mahamantra is what? Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Remain in the present. And this habit of talking to oneself is so much deeply rooted, we just can't stop it. So instead of complaining, it is not possible, work on it sincerely. Those who complain that it is difficult to practice this thing because they have not understood the value of this. We all have value for money, is it not? Has anybody ever said, earning money is difficult, here I am not going to earn money? Because we have got value for that. Our peace of mind is the most valuable commodity in the whole universe, my friends. We have been completely negligent about it. Who can help us? Work on this. Remain at peace. spend more and more time. And then one day, in this peaceful mind, you will discover that every thought comes from a seed. Like if there is no seed, only soil, plants will not grow. So below the plant, there is a seed. In the same manner, below the thought, there is a seed. The seed is Mr. Somebody. See? Now do this simple second experiment. Become mother or a daughter or a brother, whatever, and think. Stop. Now become husband or wife and think. Stop. Now remain as nobody and think. Over. Now your own experience. Don't trust me. Your own experience. When you remained as nobody, was there any struggle to not to have thoughts? But when you became mother, father, husband, wife, then you have a reference to think. Mind cannot think without reference. Don't give a reference to the mind. The only reference the mind knows is this dirty body. Don't give the reference to the mind, the body, there are no thoughts possible. This is Kshetrajnam chapi mam viddhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. This is what Bhagavan Krishna is telling. Remain as nobody. And how to remain as nobody? Whatever role we have to play. Wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. But how? Karnataka. Natak karo. Do it sincerely, beautifully. After the drama is over, throw away the costume and be yourself. But what happens? We carry the burden of that role that we have to play, where we are playing. See? And if there is some fight between a husband and wife, and the wife is very angry, and she comes out in that anger, and the child doesn't know what happened. Mama, mama, are we going for a movie? You, mama. Now, who is hitting? It is the frustrated wife. Because in front of the husband, she was a wife. When she came out, she did not change the clothing of the wife to the mother and started behaving like this. See, friends, don't take life too seriously. Therefore, life is a time pass. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Otherwise, we are very sincerely attempting. We go to the satsang, we go to the temple, amatha teko, we do the puja arti. Very good, do that. But real spiritual life begins when we start working on our mind. See? We like our house to be very clean and neat, is it not? Shouldn't we keep our mind clean and neat? When we go to somebody's house, it's all shabby, dirty, unclean, everything is lying here and there. We go and see also, okay, anyway, we have to go. In the same manner, Bhagwan comes and he sees our mind, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, frustration, anger. Bhagwan says, maja nahi aaya, he goes away. See? When we receive a friend, we take care of our house so much. If we have to receive the divine grace, we should be qualified. The real spiritual practice is when we have taken working on our mind as the primary project of our life. And when this is taken, we are reborn. Now, enough of this tamasha. Husband, wife, children, grandchildren, and then children don't listen, don't get married. Enough already. You have destroyed your life, is it not? Let them destroy their life, you know. Life's fulfillment can come only when you dissolve yourself. On the moving waters, if ice cube is kept, it will also start moving. But in that moment, slowly, slowly, it will dissolve and disappear in the water. In the same manner, this mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, wow. These are like ice cubes. Let them dissolve. And when they dissolve, you are at peace with yourself. Bhagavad Gita is not studied for changing anything around. Bhagavan Krishna was what? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. Yogeshwara Krishna. He was not ordinary Krishna. He who could shift the total population from Mathura to Dwarka by his Sankalpa Matra. He told all those people, close your eyes, we are going to Dwarka. And they opened, and all of them were in Dwarka. He who has these divine powers, can't he or couldn't he stop the war happening? Couldn't he touch Arjuna and remove his doubt on confusion? He would have done that. But that is not the right way. We have to evolve. See, friends, evolution is the ultimate evolution we have reached to. After having born as human beings, what is the pending in our life? Spiritual evolution. Everything is over now. Like the stones, we are not inert. Like the plants, we are not buried in one place. Like the animals, we are not only living ahara nidra bhaya maithunancha. All we have done that. Now, as having come as a human being, what is pending is only spiritual evolution. If that is not done, again, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. One story I read, beautiful story. There was a man and he happened to be in a well, deep well, dry well, no waters, Rajasthan. And you must have seen Rajasthan, there are wells wherein you can get down by steps. And then there is a door, from that you can get into the well. So he was in that well. So he can't see because he was blind. So people from above said, look here, keep your right hand on the wall and keep on walking slowly. You will come to a opening and then you get out. Okay? He said, all right. And he started walking, touching the wall continuously. When that gate came, that time he had a kujli. And along with that kujli, he kept walking, and that gate has gone. Again, he continued walking. We are like that kujli brand. This is the door, a human birth. We can get out of this. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. This is the last life to be a human being and merge in the divine. If not, never mind. Bhagwan's drama will continue. When this we are convinced with, then only we will work on it. Friends, all of us work our own convictions. Today our conviction is, I am body. Even if Brahmaji comes and tells, excuse me, you are not body, that body I have created. What is your contribution? I am body. So, our wrong convictions have to be removed without creating new convictions. Just be, don't become anybody. You have learned the 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.